I'm gonna actually make this YouTube video and put it out there. Alright, so this is about getting flown out. The good, the bad, the ugly. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not about to say all that. But this is a story of what happened to me in one of my cases where I would like trying to get flued out by somebody. This is what happened. Okay, so I'm like trying to slick my hair down. So there was this guy. I just had started talking to him for like a month and maybe a couple months. Like, yeah. Anyways, we were kind of like, hey on Insta, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know when we started, just like, you know? But I guess like with niggas that do that shit, with men that do that shit, they just do it for girls or whatever. They just fly them out or whatever. Hey, I guess it's a fun trip. I don't fucking know. So anyways, yeah, so we had only talked for like a month or two, right? And this was like in the summertime. Like after I graduated school, I was like, I just want to stay in Dallas so I could try to live there and get a job, because I just wanted to move out of Oklahoma. Like, I was done with the chapter of Oklahoma in my life. So, you know, I was just in Dallas, you know, living the fast life. I was living the fast life just a little bit when I was in Dallas. It was fun. Like, I wish I had a longer time there. I love Dallas so much. But anyways, so I was out there living the fast life and I was talking to him. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna fly you out to the A. We got a lot of people live in the A, so you'll never know who it is. So yeah, so I was just like, oh, okay, like cool. Mind you, I've never like been flown out before. Like, I've had a couple of people buy me tickets and I just not go. So it was crazy. So I'm just like, okay, like, yeah, let's set this thing. My mom and my aunt, y'all, were so mad. They were so mad. Like, they did not, I didn't want to tell them. Like, if I was living in Stillwater or in my own apartment on my own, then I wouldn't have told them. But because I was living with my aunt, I can't just like go away for like days and my mom and my aunt not know where I was. So I told them, I was like, yeah, I think I'm about to go to Atlanta. And mind you, this is like in June. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go to Atlanta, blah, blah, blah. And then like the next week when I was supposed to go, the first time when he bought my ticket, my grandmother had passed. So I was like, okay, like I have to reschedule or whatever. Mind you, he was trying to find me Spirit. And I was like, yo, really? Like, he was like, I have points. I was like, Spirit, my nigga? Anyway. Spirit? Anyways, so he rescheduled my flight. So this was like right before the 4th of July. I was really supposed to come. The first time when he did it, my grandmother had passed. So he was like, no problem, blah, blah, blah. You know, we still kept in contact. Now this was like the 4th of July, right before the 4th of July. This is when I was with my aunt. My mom had just came down and she was just like, you're going to Atlanta? They just got so mad. They FaceTimed this man. It was so funny. Like, it was kind of awkward. But they were on FaceTime, like, okay, like, I don't know about him. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, and I was like, no, he's so cool. He's cool, I think. I don't really know him. So when I went there, I basically missed my flight that morning. Like, the morning of, like, July 2nd. I had missed my flight. My ass was trying to do a quick weave. Like, I was like, oh, I'm about to go to Atlanta, but you know, I was kind of broke during the summer. So I was like, I'm gonna buy this cheap hair and do a quick weave on myself. And my flight was like at 8 a.m. And it's like, I had stayed up late and then was like, okay, I'm gonna wake up. I'm just gonna take a quick nap, but I'm gonna wake up enough time to do my hair. Like, I did not have enough time to wake up, do my hair, finish cleaning. You know what I'm saying? You know, my aunt was like, you can't leave the house a mess. I'm trying to drive there. I had to park. Like, I missed my flight. And because it was freaking Spirit, they were like, oh, it's $100. You missed your freaking flight. It's $100. And I was just like, and this is, I'm telling you, like, I've had some rough times, especially like right when I got out of college. I didn't have a job when I was in Dallas. Like, I was working at a nightclub. Like, it was just, when I would get money and look up, like, I would just have money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting money, just, but you know, not where I needed to be. So yeah, that's what happened. I can't remember. I hate that. Oh my gosh, like, I really just blanked out. Okay, yeah, so I was broke. Oh yeah, I only had like $100. I had just spent money on like a week of parking, which next time I'm just gonna Uber there because I was stupid, but I was like, maybe I could drive to the airport. Dumbass idea. So I just missed the fuck out of my flight, and I was like 30 minutes late, and it was just too late, my nigga. So yeah, they were like, it's $100, but you can get on a random flight, go to Florida, be in Florida for like 2 hours. I was like, mind you, this is Spirit, and I'm like, anything can happen on a Spirit flight. I have never even rode Spirit, but I just know, I know that anything can happen. Like what my friends tell me, and I mean, I know some of my friends boost, but what my friends tell me, what I see the memes about Spirit, like, it's just like Spirit. But anyways, yeah, I just was like, oh, I'm not paying $100. So basically, long story short, I ended up going home and being like, sorry, like, you know. And he was like, oh, it's fine. And then we stopped talking for a little bit, and then we started talking again. And then he was like, I can't think what's next. Oh yeah, then he was like, we started talking again, and then he was like, okay, yeah, this is basically recently, like maybe like a month or two ago, right when I moved to San Antonio. He's like, oh yeah, like, you know, when do you want to come to Atlanta? We had came up with a date, but then he was like, you know, I got a show, and then some stuff. So basically, I ended up, he said that he was gonna reschedule my flight, but he never did because he just had stuff going on. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, I know, you're busy or whatever, you know, we can do it some other time. But then he just made an asshole mistake, and this is why I'm giving people the advice, like, be careful when you get flown out. So one day on his Instagram, he just happens to post, and mind you, he thinks that this is funny, so he's like putting laughing emojis, like he thinks that this is like like I did this dog this bitch, I dogged this bitch. So he thinks that this is so funny, but it's just like he just like puts up on his story the text message conversation of him and this girl talking about, I'm guessing it looked like she was from out the country, and she was like, I'm really like from here and you have me stranded in Atlanta, like you leave people for days. He put up their text message argument, and I was just like how dare you, you know? And he thinks that it's like making him look like, oh yeah, like I dogged that bitch, you know? But to me, it just makes me think like, wow, those are your true colors. And that's what he did to me. Like, he wanted at the beginning, but I had to say, that's not happening. He wanted to just buy me a one-way ticket. A one-way ticket to Atlanta. And then he was like, well, you know, you might want to stay or go, so, you know, it'll be cheaper to just wait. That's what someone else told me. This is what a man told me that. But he told me that as well, and I was just like, no, I'm not coming there without a round trip, baby. A round trip in my name, both reservations, send all that to me a week in advance. Thank you. Okay, like I don't have time for you to be holding my confirmation tickets. I need all the emails. I don't care. But anyways, yeah, like I need all that, but he tried to do that to me, and I'm just like, damn. Like, I mean, the girl, you're kind of like, the girl, like, she's kind of slow. Like, sis, like, you can't get flown out with just one way. Like, don't do that. Like, I don't want anybody to do that. Like, listen to me right now. Like, don't get flown out one way. Don't do it. Get round trip. Make sure you fuck with this person, but please, you do not want to be stranded. And also, this is why I'm kind of like chilling on the flown out thing. Because honestly, getting flown out, and that's pretty much the story, but just getting into being flown out, like, it's not really even a big deal anymore. Like, tickets are so cheap. I'm just like, if you get flown out and then you like, and y'all do it, like, he basically just paid like $80, you know? Like, I think there was like, one time my friend told me there was like a round trip ticket. There's a round trip ticket to like Atlanta for like $83. I'm like, that is not shit. Like, no. So I would just say, chill on it. Make sure, like, just like with what happened to that girl with Future, like, have your own coin, sis. So you can either like pay your way to get home, like you can get food, you can Uber somewhere if you need to. Like, that's why I'm chilling on it, because I'm like, basically I'm gonna have to take a mini vacation. Like, that's what you're telling me. I'm gonna have to take a mini vacation to I'm gonna have to take a mini vacation to pay for my own things, because, you know, you just never know. Like, if he ends up being a douche, like, you don't want to put up with that. Some people, like, don't know how to act. So I would just be careful and make sure you have your own. So like me, like, I'm not financially where I want to be yet, So I'm chilling on that. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, I'm trying to go places, but you just really have to trust that person. You really have to trust that person, because yeah, like, mofos is weird. They're weird as fuck. Mofos is weird, and they might change up on you, like, you know. So, and y'all gotta be on the same page with what's gonna happen. Can I take a pic? Ooh. Okay, I hope. Alright, so thank you guys so much for listening to my story time. This is like my first. Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to my story time. Let me know if you want to hear any more stories. I've never done these before, so, but I do have crazy stories in my book, so comment below what you want to hear, you know what I'm saying? And what else you might want to see from me. And subscribe and like this video. Subscribe if you thought I was kind of funny, or, you know, you feeling me. Subscribe to me. But yeah, please just be careful when getting flued out. You're gonna be stuck, and you definitely don't want to be stuck in a different country. Like, she tweaked. That girl, she tweaked. Like, that's why I was just so taken aback by his actions, because I was just like, why would you do that to somebody? Like, and then he had the nerve, the text message was like, yeah, like, you don't know how to shut your mouth, or you don't know how to, you just keep talking, you disrespectful. I'm like, so you're just gonna leave that girl stranded in Atlanta? Oh, and then, y'all, I didn't tell y'all, I sent him, like, you know how Instagram has the quick reaction? I sent him the ooh. I sent him the ooh emoji. That shit was funny as fuck. I sent him the ooh emoji, and then he just read it, and I was like, I guess that means it's over. But anyways, like I said, like, subscribe, thumbs up this video, or if you can even thumbs down it if you're really that boss and you want to take me on.